Crunchy, crunchy. Crispy, crispy. Ow! It just stung me. Hey, crunchy. Hi, welcome to Yvonne's Tastes of Asia. Every 2 weeks, I'll be showing you how to make my favorite dishes from 10 different parts of Asia so you can see how easy it is to make one of these delicious, authentic dishes right at home. No need to travel thousands of miles or spend lots of money at a restaurant anymore. And most importantly, you'll learn how to make something super yummy and impress your friends and family. Welcome back for our 8th episode. Today we'll be going to Korea. 안녕하세요. I love Korea. I went about 5 years ago and I'm just totally blown away by how complex and delicious all the flavors of Korean cuisine are. One of my very favorite dishes is most definitely Korean pancakes. There's 5 million different varieties. There are the seafood ones, the kimchi ones, the ones that are just brimming with all kinds of delicious fillings. And the one that we're actually going to make today are Kimchi Mung bean pancakes, also known as Bindae-tteok. Making this dish is also particularly timely because we're approaching Lunar New Year, and in Korea during the Lunar New Year period it's actually very traditional to have mung bean pancakes. It would definitely be hard to say that you wouldn't like these pancakes because they are super delicious. They are crispy and brown on the outside, a little bit chewy and soft on the inside, and there are all kinds of amazing textural contrasts that are going on, from the crispiness on the outside, the softness on the inside, as well as the chewiness of the mung beans and the crunchiness that comes from the kimchi, as well as the multiple different vegetables that are used. I also love mung beans. Mung beans show up in so many different cultures across the world. They are heavily used in Southeast Asian cooking. You oftentimes will see them in popular dishes like the Vietnamese bingjya, which I also have a video for if you want to check that out. They're used a lot in Indian cuisine. They're also known as mung dal, mung beans. And in Korea, they are used in these delicious pancakes. So I'm going to show you all the steps around how to make this delicious dish. It's actually very, very simple as long as you have all the right ingredients in hand. And so we're going to get started right now. So to get started, as always, we'll go through all of the ingredients required to make this dish. And so, of course, to make kimchi mung bean pancakes, we will need kimchi as well as mung beans. So here I've got 2 cups of dried mung beans. These are whole and split. You can easily find these at pretty much any Asian grocery store, any South Asian grocery store. You definitely want to soak these at minimum 4 to 5 hours, just to let them expand and also to allow them to be more easily digestible. These I bought from an Indian grocery store. Here they're called mung dal, split mung beans. They are always yellow when they are whole. When you look at them initially, they're going to be quite small and tiny, but then when you allow them to soak, they're going to expand to basically double their size. So on top of that, we'll also be using kimchi. So this is about 2 packed cups of kimchi that I have roughly chopped. We're also going to use the soaking liquids because, of course, the liquid from the kimchi has a lot of flavor because of those anchovies, all those delicious spices that go into this. For additional vegetables and texture, we also have some mung bean sprouts. So for the mung bean sprouts, I've got about 2 packed cups. I like to blanch them, but you can also use them raw as well. Just make sure you're washing them thoroughly. About 8 scallions or green onions that I've sliced on the diagonal. And then for flavorings for the pancakes, I've got about 1.5 teaspoons of minced fresh garlic, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Sesame oil. I love using Kadoyo brand, it's my fave. We're going to be grinding the beans together, and so for that, to get the motor going, we're also going to add about 3/4 cup of water. We may need to add a little bit more or a little bit less depending on the texture of the batter. And then in addition to that, we're also going to need to put together a very quick dipping sauce. And so for that, we've got about 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, or in my case, I'm using rice vinegar, and I've mixed that with an additional 1 tablespoon of of water. And then just for some additional flavor, a couple of pinches of ground black pepper and gochugaru, or Korean red pepper flakes. And then in terms of equipment, of course, we're going to need a few mixing bowls just to start getting this batter together. We'll also need a food processor to grind the beans. And we'll also need a heavy bottom pan where we're going to pan fry these pancakes. So to get this process started, we're going to combine all our vegetables along with the flavorings for the pancake and then put that in a bowl. Okay, so I think that the vegetables are pretty much ready, so they're nice and incorporated, so I'm just gonna put this aside. And then now we're gonna focus on the mung bean batter base. And so this is when we're gonna get out our food processor. Mine is quite little. If you have a bigger one, of course, you'll be able to do more at once. But because I have a small food processor, we're gonna do this in batches. So I'm gonna take about half of the mung beans. That's probably gonna be about 2 cups. And then add it to my food processor and then process it with just a little bit of the water that I had before. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. So just like a couple of sprinkles of salt just for seasoning. And then I'm gonna add about half of the water. Put the top on and we're going to blend it. Okay, here goes. So this is the kind of texture that we're looking for. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a bit of a coarse grind. You don't want it to be super smooth because the coarseness is going to add to the additional texture in the pancake. So at this point, this is what the batter should look like. It should be obviously packed with all these different vegetable ingredients, but this is the kind of texture that we're looking for. Ooh, nice and chunky, right? And then before we start frying up the pancakes, I'm gonna combine all of those dipping sauce ingredients. All ready to go. If you like pancakes, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you like Korean food, make sure to subscribe. And if you like all Asian food, make sure to hit the bell icon to get immediate notifications as soon as I upload my next video. Keep frying. Okay peeps, the moment you've all been waiting for has finally arrived. We're gonna be making the pancakes now and frying them up. We have a nice big pan where we're gonna fry the pancakes. I've already put a generous amount of oil in the pan. And as you probably know, the more oil you add, the crispier the pancakes are gonna be, and the less oil you add, the less crispy. We don't make these that often, so make sure to have a nice layer just like I have right here. So I think this oil is hot enough, so let's start putting some in. Try to get it as round as you can. But don't kill yourself if you don't get it perfectly round. It's like popping. Oil's popping. Popping, popping. It's also good to kind of press them down. That way you know that they're all going to be cooking evenly and we're maximizing the crunchiness. Round 2. Oh, thank God, this one actually releases okay. Oh, thank God. Yeah, flip, flip, flip. Go, go! Oh, yeah, look at that golden. Yay! Kick ass! Here goes. Ah, beautiful! Look at that brown. Lovely color. Okay peeps, it's finally time to try the Bindae-tteok. So You've got 2 of the pancakes right here, and I've sliced them into little wedges. Usually when you order Korean style pancakes at restaurants, they'll already be cut out into little wedges for you. And they always have a little dipping sauce on the side so you can dip them in. But to be totally honest with you, most of the time I skip the dipping sauce because I love the pancakes just on their own. They're so flavorful as is. So now we take a taste. Super crunchy. So many flavors going on in here. So many flavors, so many textures. You can taste the yumminess of the kimchi coming out. And look at these mung bean sprout threads coming out of the bite. Super crisp on the outside, nice, tender, chewy, a little bit nutty on the inside because of the mung beans. Really fresh tasting because of the kimchi and all those vegetables we added in. And I had that one bite with the dipping sauce. And I think that vinegar in the dipping sauce really kind of evens out the richness of the pancake, especially since we fried it in a little bit more oil than we normally would. This is a really fast, really easy recipe to make as long as you remember to soak your mung beans in advance. See? So with simple dishes like kimchi mung bean pancake, Korean cuisine can easily be made right in your own home kitchen. Isn't that awesome? And super yummy. So I hope this video has inspired you to make Bindae-tteok or Korean kimchi mung bean pancakes at home. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would love to hear what your favorite type of pancake is. Please remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get immediate notifications as soon as I upload my next video. Thanks again for watching and hope to see you next time. Remember to live yummy! Eat the mistakes. No waste. And then this one's kind of seems like this little piece is about to come off. But hey, that's okay, we can eat it. We can eat it. We can eat it. Crunchy.